The Golden State Warriors are on the verge of a franchise-altering trade, and this one could change everything. Sources reveal that a deal with the Portland Trail Blazers is in its final stages, and the Warriors are about to form a brand new Big Three. But the biggest shock? Kaisado could be making his long-awaited NBA debut with Golden State. Imagine the 7'3" rising star joining forces with Stephen Curry and Draymond Green, bringing size, skill, and international hype to the Bay Area. This isn't just a trade, it's a game-changing move that could shake up the Western Conference. Who else is involved? What does this mean for the Warriors' championship hopes? Stay tuned because this is massive. The Golden State Warriors and Portland Trail Blazers are reportedly in the final stages of a trade that could send shockwaves through the entire NBA. This isn't just another routine deal, this could be a game-changer, a move that reshapes the Western Conference and puts the Warriors in position for another championship run. The biggest surprise? Kaisado could be on his way to the NBA, making history and bringing a whole new level of excitement to Warriors fans worldwide. If this deal goes through, we could be looking at a brand new Big Three forming in Golden State, a trio built to dominate on both ends of the floor. This trade is more than just about talent, it's about strategy, timing, and a franchise that refuses to let its championship window close. The Warriors know their time with Stephen Curry at the helm is precious. They have to maximize his final prime years, and that means surrounding him with the right pieces. With Klay Thompson's future uncertain and Draymond Green aging, Golden State needs a fresh infusion of talent, energy, and size. That's where this trade with the Trail Blazers comes in. The question is, who are the key players involved, and how does Kaisado fit into this grand plan? Let's start with the obvious: the Warriors need frontcourt help. They've been undersized for years, relying on their small ball approach, but as teams like the Denver Nuggets, Los Angeles Lakers, and Milwaukee Bucks have shown, having dominant big men can be the key to success. Enter Kaisado, a 7'3" sensation with the skill set, mobility, and potential to become a major asset in the NBA. His name has been buzzing in basketball circles for a while now, and if this trade sends him to the Warriors, it would be a monumental moment for international basketball. Sotto's game is intriguing because he's not just a traditional big man. He can stretch the floor, protect the rim, and has a natural feel for passing and playmaking that's rare for players his size. Imagine him catching lobs from Curry, setting screens to free up shooters, and becoming a defensive anchor in the paint. While he's still developing, the Warriors have a track record of maximizing talent, especially with players who have high basketball IQ and work ethic. If they bring him in, he won't just be a bench piece, he could be a crucial part of their long-term success. But Kai Sotto isn't the only piece involved in this trade. The Trail Blazers are looking to move assets as they rebuild around their young core, including Scoot Henderson, Shaedon Sharpe, and DeAndre Ayton. That means veterans or players who don't fit their long-term timeline could be up for grabs. One name that has surfaced is Jeremy Grant, a versatile forward who could instantly upgrade the Warriors' defense and scoring. Grant is the type of player who thrives in a winning system. He can guard multiple positions, knock down shots from deep, and doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective. If the Warriors land him, they'd be adding a crucial piece to their championship puzzle. Another potential name in this deal is Malcolm Brogdon. The Warriors have been looking for additional playmaking support behind Curry, and Brogdon fits that role perfectly. He's a steady, intelligent guard who can run the offense, play tough defense, and hit clutch shots. His experience and leadership would be invaluable, especially as the Warriors prepare for another deep playoff run. If Brogdon is included in the trade, it would mean the Warriors are not just thinking about size, but also about stabilizing their backcourt rotation. On the flip side, Golden State would likely have to part ways with key assets to make this deal happen. Jonathan Kuminga is a name that continues to surface in trade discussions, and while he has immense potential, the Warriors might be willing to sacrifice youth for proven talent. Kuminga's development has been impressive, but if the Warriors believe they can win another title by bringing in experienced players, they might be willing to let him go. Another player who could be included is Moses Moody, a young sharpshooter with defensive upside. The financial aspect of this trade is also something to consider. The Warriors are already deep into the luxury tax, and any move they make has to align with their long-term financial strategy. If they're bringing in high-salary players like Grant or Brogdon, they'll have to make the numbers work. That could mean moving salary fillers like Chris Paul's contract or Andrew Wiggins, whose role has fluctuated over the past season. Wiggins was a key part of the Warriors' 2022 championship run, but if they believe they can get a better fit, they might be open to dealing him. But let's get back to the biggest wild card in all of this, Kai Sotto. If this trade happens and he officially joins the Warriors, it would be a historic moment. The Philippines has produced incredible basketball talent for years, but having a Filipino player on one of the biggest stages in the NBA, playing alongside legends like Curry and Green, would be groundbreaking. The fan support would be massive, and Sotto would instantly become one of the most watched young players in the league. The biggest question is how quickly he can adapt to the NBA level. The Warriors have been successful in developing players, but they also have high expectations. Sotto would have to prove he can handle the physicality, the speed, and the complexity of the game at this level. If he can adjust quickly, he has the potential to be a key rotation piece, giving the Warriors a much-needed presence in the paint. Now, what does this mean for the rest of the Western Conference? If this trade goes through, the Warriors would be sending a clear message they're not done competing for championships. The Denver Nuggets are the reigning champions, the Lakers are always a threat with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and the Phoenix Suns have loaded up with star power. The Warriors need to keep pace, and adding size, defense, and playmaking through this trade would be a huge step in the right direction. This move would also signal a shift in how the Warriors build their roster. For years, they've relied on small ball and perimeter shooting to dominate. But now, they might be embracing a more balanced approach, recognizing the importance of having size and versatility to compete in today's NBA. If Sotto develops into a legitimate NBA center, this could be a long-term investment that pays off in ways we can't even fully predict yet. There's also the storyline of mentorship. Learning from players like Draymond Green, Kevin Looney, and even Curry would be invaluable for Sotto. He would have a chance to absorb knowledge from some of the greatest basketball minds in the game, accelerating his development and helping him carve out a role in the league. For a young player with so much potential, being in the right environment is crucial, and the Warriors provide one of the best development systems in the NBA. The big three of Curry, Green, and their new star additions could make the Warriors a serious contender once again. And if Kai Sotto is part of that equation, the entire basketball world will be watching.